all doing? Hope you're doing fine. So today we are going to finish these walls that we crafted on our latest live stream. And today is painting day. It's a fun day when we get to paint terrain, because we don't have to be careful. I have some brushes here. You don't need any of this. I have my terrain brushes, and they are all terrible, but they will do just fine. Okay, so what do we need to paint? Terrain. We need a cloth to clean the brushes, which I don't have here. Give me just a moment. Okay, I'm back. Got my painting rag here. Going to clean the brush a bit. How's everyone doing? How are we looking on viewer numbers? If you're here, drop a comment, come hang out, say hi. And just this brush. So this will be stone walls, and with every stone paint job we start with a black base. With most paint jobs we start with a black base, unless you're weird and start with a white base. Unless you're painting white, I don't see why you would do that, but some people do. Okay, we have a bit of black, and just paint it all over your terrain piece. Don't be afraid of, I don't know, getting too much paint in there. There's no such thing as too much paint in basic terrain. And with this kind of pieces, it's easier just batch paint them. Don't do one with all the details. It's not the hero miniature, not a house, even a house. No, you have more than one. Just do them as an assembly line. What we don't want to do is use spray paint because chemicals inside aerosol cans can melt foam, and usually stone is not melted. If you want that effect, you can do it that way. There are easier ways to melt foam. A lighter is one of them. You can burn it. Use a mask if you're doing it though. You don't want to inhale foam, fumes, smokes, chemicals. Don't inhale chemicals as a rule of thumb. Not a cool thing to do. What I usually do with these pieces, because I have to hold on to them somehow, I do the sides first, and then I do the top and bottom. Sides of piece 1 are done. Let's move on to piece number 2. Exact same thing, just mindless work, just like building them. Now, maybe, and this is a thing that just came to my mind right now, we did not build this most efficient way. Most efficient way to build this would be to cut, I don't know, 3 by 2 high piece of foam and then carve all little stone breaks into it. Not cut by layer, not cut it by layers, just get a 3 by 2 piece of foam and then do some manual carving. It will give you a more rigid piece, but it will not give you all of this cool detail. Now, a thing that I'm not doing, that I needed to not doing, is texturing. So I'll be right back to grab a piece of texturing foam. Okay, here we go. Got our foam texturing ball right here. I'm gonna texture the other 4. We'll let this one slide for now. Maybe this way we can see the difference and if it's actually worth it to texture foam for these builds. I did it for the tiles and it takes a long time. started watching The Mighty Nine on Prime Video, the Critical Role series based on their second campaign. I watched the latest episode this morning. Really good. I don't know. I haven't seen the full campaign. I've seen like the first 5 episodes because it's a huge time commitment. But I really like it so far. Might I say, better than Vox Machina? Is that allowed to say? Am I allowed to say that? Okay, so this is the way I texture foam. It's just a ball of kitchen foil, and I just press it against foam. And here's what I notice. I'm in Europe, and the foam I have access to is extremely thick and extremely heavy in a way that it doesn't really take texture well. When I see crafters on the YouTube texturing foam like this, it looks extremely simple to do, almost no effort. Like they barely push the ball in, and the foam just absorbs all the texture. Maybe it's the foam, maybe I have bad technique. If there's any experienced crafters watching this, I would love to know if your foam also doesn't take texture well, if it's a regional thing. There we go. Now we can paint it. It does add texture, and it does look good when you dry brush it. Just I don't know if it's worth it to do in every single piece of terrain. Get some more light in here. Ooh. I work light up a bit. Better. Stable. So the paint I'm using is just generic black acrylic. I bought this for like €2, something like that. It's 20 milliliters. Not small, it's not also not huge. It works. It's paint. And my palette is just a piece of cardboard. It has some primer on it because I usually prime my miniatures on top of this cardboard so I don't make a mess of the floor or window that I'm priming on. Yeah, just a piece of cardboard, cheap paint, cheap brushes. Crafting does not need to be expensive because a lot of this hobby already is expensive. Let's not make another part of it. Really big thing. Use whatever you have lying around. You don't have brushes? Go to a dollar store, go to Amazon. But I would say go to a dollar store. They have packs of brushes for really, really cheap. And sometimes they're not bad. Like, I do like these brushes. I use the same brushes but a different pack of them for my minis. They are fine. Obviously I don't use this huge 3/4 of an inch brush for minis, but I did use it for a tank once. Worked out fine. Okay, let's look around, see if we miss any spots here in between the bricks. Okay, and this one is good to go. Next one, start with texturing. Really smash the ball into the foam. The cool thing about having thick walls like this is that you can put minis on top. And my players will see that in our next game. There will be some things on top of walls. That's fun. I still have some terrain to do. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do everything. Hope so. I have to do some staircases. I have to paint a few minis. Most of them I already have painted because I will use some of my Warhammer Fantasy stuff because I just need a lot of a specific monster that I happen to have the unit of Warhammer Fantasy that I bought for that specific, for that D&D monster. If my players are watching, it's not skeletons. And I have a few other things, like one of my players is switching characters this session. That's fun, never had players do that in the middle of a campaign. They are kind of tired of the character they are playing, and since it's the beginning of the campaign and most of them are new players, that's fine, you can change characters, but I get to choose how they go out. And they will not go out in the Blaze of Glory, I tell you that. I'll tell you one thing, the base code is going faster than I expected it to go. Maybe we'll do some staircases today. If saying this didn't just jinx my luck. That is the thing that I'm really good at doing, jinxing. Now, I want this to be consistent with my stone tiles and with my other pillars that I have here, as I showed in the previous stream. These are the pillars that I have made. They are made in the same technique as this, they just don't have the cardboard base. Because at the time I was not doing cardboard bases. I had a different tile system that is now my travel tile system. Really good system. It allows me to run large dungeons and open terrain encounters. Sorry. Out of a backpack, very much. I minimized my travel TM kit. It's bare essentials, and I can minimize it more if it's a simple one shot. If it's not a campaign. Oh, bloody hell, need to texture the foam. I always forget this step. I'm so, I like painting so much that I just go straight to it. I always forget that you should texture your phone. Yeah. This was crooked. It would be fun to texture the crooked side. So tomorrow I'll be watching the FNAF movie, the second one. Watched the first one in theaters last year, 2 years ago. When was it? God, time flies. Kind of excited for the second one, not gonna lie. First one was okay. I had my issues with it, but it was not a bad movie. It was just a movie. That's an actual good compliment that I can give. I had fun. It was a mindless movie. Turn off your brain and watch. That's what I'm expecting for the second one. Don't really know what to think. I'm expecting more YouTuber cameos. I'm expecting another MatPat cameo, that would be fun. When I went to see the first one, when he appeared, I was like, hey! Going through the DiCaprio. Oh. That thing. It was fun. Didn't recognize any other YouTubers. Because I'm not into FNAF that much anymore. I remember watching a lot of series when FNAF 4 came out, but after that it was okay, like, oh, a new one came out, cool. And then I didn't care anymore about it. I stopped playing with 4. thinking tomorrow I'll be doing a live stream as well. I haven't decided if I'll be doing crafting or if it'll be session prepping. Probably crafting and painting. Still have miniature that I need to paint. I doubt my players will encounter him this session, but there is always that option. So you need to be prepared for all circumstances. A bit more paint. I think it would be fun to session prep on stream. I have like the next 3 to 4 sessions like in my head what I expect to happen. I expect the next 2 sessions to be a dungeon crawl. And the session after that, I hope they leave the dungeon into sessions. I don't want to make 3 session long dungeon crawl. That's excessive. A thing that I did not do with crafting is doors. I am not a skilled enough crafter, at least I think I'm not, to do reasonable looking doors. So I won't even try. It is not a thing that I want to do, so I just bought doors. I have the terrain crate GM set. It is a very useful kit. I use a lot of it and all of its terrain. It's very useful to me. But especially the doors. You put a door in front of a party, it will always stop. Even if it's not in their exact path, there's a door there. What's behind it? Can we open it? Here's the thing. I have doors unlocked, but if they try to push it, it's a pull door. If they try to pull it, it's a push door. It's fun. Don't make doors. They will rack their brains over a simple door. This doesn't work with my players anymore. I did it a couple of times, and they're like, I pushed the door. Nope. I pull the door. Yeah, it opens. So I will actually have to start making doors locked and have them work to either find the key or now new character is a rogue, so they can lockpick. One thing we're missing, I think it's a healer. Maybe we have a druid with Goodberry. But we don't have dedicated healer. We don't have a cleric in the party. It's a very offensive group. And that goes sometimes not their way. They just go head first into battles and don't think that they can talk their way out of things. Which, in my games, can always talk your way out of things. Most bad guys don't want to fight, because they know they can lose. And if it's a group of bandits, or someone that was robbing you, they don't want to fight. You give them the chance, they will surrender, and they will go away. Because they know they are not equipped well enough to fight the players. They know the players are these cool adventurers, and they're just thieves, thugs. They cannot fight them. They have magic weapons. They have horns if they're tieflings. They have a dragon man if there's the dragonborn. Depending on how common these things are, let's say dragonborn are extremely uncommon in your world. Well, maybe people would be afraid of them. If you see a bandit that has only seen humans and elves and the occasional dwarf, all of a sudden they rob a group, and in the group there's a dragonborn. Well, they will be afraid of them. Same thing with tieflings, especially if it's a village and it's an extremely religious village that's afraid of demons. Or tiefling looks like a demon, they would be scared of them. I've read about these things from whatever hell dimension there is, with horns and fiends and all these horrible things to do. And all of a sudden an adventurer armed with amazing armor and beautiful swords and shields and whatever, with horns and a tail, comes by the town. Well, that's a demon. And NPCs should react like they don't know what it is. Maybe one NPC has heard of tieflings. Maybe the tavern keep has, because he might not have seen them, but other people might. Adventures stop by here all the time, and they tell the tavern keep stories. Base code is done on all 6 of the walls. On the side, now let's go to the top. It's dry. Yeah, they're not really dry enough yet. Let's let them dry a bit more. Maybe while they dry, I can craft some stairs. Yeah, that's fun. Let's do some staircases. Okay, there we go. All cleaned up. So in my game, I use 1-inch high tiles. Why 1-inch high? Well, because that's the height of the foam I have. It's not a deep calculated thing of, oh, 1 inch is the perfect height. Just, I don't know, mess the players and make them think that there's a void. No, just what I have at hand, what I bought, it's what I use. That's it. That's that. But I have a rule, which players don't know yet because it hasn't come up yet. There are stairs, and stairs are half-inch high. At max, most. Most it's half-inch high step. And you can climb those stairs without any problems. But if you try to climb a 1-inch high, you get movement penalty. Movement speed gets reduced in half. So, if we have a dungeon, let's say, with elevation differences, we want to get stairs. So let's craft some. Okay, here we go. Got myself some briquette foam, 3x3, some cardboard, and a whole lot of fun. Also have, sorry, let me get my box of stuff. Hot glue, protractor, a metal ruler, and a normal ruler with inches, and hot glue gun. All we need to craft. There we go. Let's craft some stairs. So, how will I make the stairs? I want them to be 3 by 2. We'll start by cutting off this side here. Get a blade. This one will do. Get your metal ruler. Just cut off this thing. There we go. Off. Now we have a 3 by 2 pile. I'll do this a couple of times. I will do 4 stairs. Seems good. This one will do the thing. I think I found out if it looks like it will crack. Go at it with a tiny blade, and it might not crack. And multiple flat passes instead of one big pass. 2, let's make 2 more. Three, and just 1 more. Here we go. 4. Perfect. Now this will be stone. I don't need wood stairs just yet, so I will not be making them. Because yes, I have wood and stone tiles. I also have grass tiles. Not in as many sizes, and I don't have stairs yet. Maybe someday. Okay, perfect. What will I do now? Now we need to mark a half thing. Let me go grab my Sharpie actually. Here we go, actual Sharpie. This thing is amazing. This is 1 inch, 1 inch tall. Mark about half an inch on both sides. And join them together. There we go. Now, grab the metal ruler. And remember, small passes with knife. Our goal here, I'm actually going to do as well. Follow slide. Our goal to align these two and cut them. So I'll mark them with Sharpie for you to see. Cut off this section here. And this comes out. Let's see if this works the way that I thought it would. Because I'm starting to think it won't. Okay, kind of works. With a bit of texture in here, you'll be fine. So we have this nice little step. Now we do this with the others. This trick that I learned watching Tom Savage. You get your finger and you put it here, move it along, and you get a perfectly straight line. There we go. Now we can cut it. Here, 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 and here. This one is the trickiest. There we go. Take a knife. Cut it off right there. Just a bit, and it comes off. Perfect. Second stairs. Move on to the next steps. Exact same thing. There. 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 Join these two. There we go. Small knife. Here. There. And there. Did not turn out as well as the other two, but it'll be fine. And we have one more to go. Perfect. Hey, how are you doing? Obius? I think that's how you pronounce your name? Line, line, line. This one's a bit bad. Probably the worst line I've ever done. Good, much better. There we go. Just try to get the cuts as deep as I can with a small X-Acto knife, so that when I move on bigger blade, I don't have to cut as deep. There we go. Okay, clean this up a bit. Perfect. This will work. We have 4 of them. Now I'll do the bases for the terrain. Always save the scraps, they might be useful later. Okay, so for the terrain bases, cardboard. Simple and effective. Now this is cutting 3x3. I want 2x3. Oh. 1, 2. A little mark. 1, 2. Do a little mark. Try them together. There we go. We have one. Another one. There's another thing that I learned from Adam Savage. Mark off everything that you want to get out. You might think you know what you're doing, but you forget. It's always better to play it safe. Remember, measure twice, cut once. I still want the shirt that says measure once, cut twice. That shirt's amazing. Okay, more to go. Have the ruler. There we go. Now we can grab our metal ruler and actually cut this thing. This is trash. So I have a game Saturday morning. I might try to do some content as to how I prepare for the game. And if I do, I will post that on my YouTube channel, so please give it a follow. youtube.com/gmcorner. Link is in my Twitch profile. You can find all my links there. Give me a follow on the socials. Content is coming. I have filmed a bit of it, just needs some editing. There we go. Can now plug in our hot glue gun. It is right here. Untangle its wires. Plug it in. Turn it on. Wait for it to actually start working. Clean up nozzles a bit. I have my glue thing right here. This is where I put the gun down for it to wait. And if the glue drops, it won't ruin my work surface, which is already ruined enough. As I hit, it will go like this on top of cardboard. And when they dry, we can texture them, paint them, do it all today. hot glue is ready to go. I just put 4 little dabs of glue and put the terrain on its base. Put rest and be ready for the next one. Okay. Stairs number 1 are done. Go to stairs number 2. Same thing. Need more hot glue. Okay. Now this new hot glue tube needs to warm up a bit. Yes, number 2 are on their base. And this work as well as micro tension stackers, if you know them. Like Magicraft thing. He has terrain pieces that stack like this. They are 3 inches high and are much cooler than this. But this work is many things. You can have mini block here where minis can be on top of it. I will not use them like that, but if you want, you can do it. Also, you don't have to use stairs if you don't want to. You can not have the rule where you can just have the rule that players can climb 1-inch things. I prefer to have stairs for realism, but it's just me being a big nerd. There's a thing in here. There we go. Next step. Oh, there's a hot glue. There we go. Just like that. And final stair. What? Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I thought I had an extra stair all of a sudden. There we go. 4 dabs of hot glue and place staircase on top of it. You can turn off the hot glue gun, let it turn dry a bit and cold. Dry, it's not wet. English is a fun language. Okay, let's leave this one to cool off a bit and return to our main event. Gonna plug my hot glue gun and set it aside here. I'll still set it on top of the thing because I don't want to ruin my nice side desk. Oh, are they dry yet? They look dry. Yeah, they are dry enough to work with. Come back to our paint surface with our cloth, paint brushes, and our brush. Still as we left it. There's a place here, still very wet. What is this? I'll start by maybe like half here. Yeah, this works. This is still just the base coat. Doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to cover. Even for miniatures, you don't need to be a perfect painter. I am definitely not a perfect painter. I make a lot of mistakes painting minis. That's fine, they are to be played with, they are not contest entries. I am not an award-winning painter, I am not an award-winning crafter, I'm not a great GM. But I enjoy doing it. In my place, like when I do little things like this. And you don't need craft terrain for your place to enjoy your games. Just a little bit of effort in. Maybe write a letter for the players. It's really cool when they receive a letter from, I don't know, their patron, and you actually give them a letter. Go the extra mile, write it in cursive. Get a small wax seal. Those things are not hard to do, and they're not that expensive. You can get a cheap cursive writing kit with a fountain pen and ink for like 15-20 bucks. Amazon is your friend here. My local dollar store has wax seal kits. I have them. They also sell the wax. So you need any extra cost can just go there. I have golden. I'm thinking I'll buy red because I want one of the characters to new character that comes in. I want her to have a letter, a reason to actually be there. More paint can be right up. Here we go. And one more. Yes, the blue still showing, so cover that up on the sides, that's fine. And over the top of it. There we go. Perfect. Just the way we like it. Now, what I think we're going to do is I'm going to just do the stairs now. Put ink on the side here. Brush it to the side. Just do this. So anyway, everything is doing tiles. Give them a bit of an edge. There we go. Here too. And here too. I will not be doing middle here because I don't think it's necessary. I will be doing here and down here. And with our tiles, widen the grout just by using a pen. Just a normal pen. Push it over all the little cuts you made. It will give you a more exaggerated grout line. I have a hair stuck in my towel. You can always test it by putting a miniature on it, and it looks very good. Remember? Batch crafting. Do this thing on all of them at once before moving on to the next step, which in this case, texturing. How do we texture this? No. Yeah, it's the same ball method that we did with all of our previous stonework. There we go. Finally, everything. There we go. Perfect. Next one. Oh, again, are these perfect? No, they're not. They work. No, these look off to me. That's because they don't have markings down here. I'm so used to seeing the foam with the markings that everything that doesn't have them just looks off. Yeah, really, it doesn't matter because they're not done yet. And we can move on to the next step. Texturing. Get our dirty foam ball. Just hit the foam ball. Yeah, here's the thing I noticed. On the part that was cut, the texturing prints much nicer. On the sides here, texture really nice. Maybe this foam has some kind of protective layer on the outside. thing I missed. This is why they were looking off. Here. We need button here. This, technically, another tile. That's why they were looking off. There we go. Much better. Oh, did that every one of them? Easier work? Back to texturing. Here too. Right, that. No, I did not. This is also part of the piece. So, also needs texture. There we go. That's the tops. Now, see the thing that they won't get perfectly? It doesn't matter because now the texture just adds to imperfections. And the last one. Remember, the insides count. There we go. Now we can paint this. close your knives. You don't want to accidentally cut yourself. It's not cool. Okay. On these big tiles, it's worth it to do texture. On the small ones, I don't think so. I think the brick layering itself is enough of texture to put on them. no black. Will be done because the walls look dry already, so we can move on to the gray next. Okay, that should be enough. I do realize you cannot see how much black I have, but not a lot. Yeah, it's really good. Let's see how the walls are doing. Yeah. Dry enough that we can paint the top here. There we go, there's one. There's number two. There's number two. Wasn't completely dry, but that's fine. Number three. One has a lot of blue spots, but yeah. That's fine. That's number three. And four. And five. No, follow it. Don't fall. Need to clean my hands. can't figure out how to hold a piece of terrain that's not fully dry yet. It's the worst thing ever. Okay, there we go. There we go. So for the next paint is grey. Is that grey? The only grey I have. Okay, I'm running out of grey. I need to buy more. Another generic paint, I think. At least I don't recognize the brand, so no, it has been that expensive. I'll finish painting this one. There we go. All the black is done. Can clean this brush now. Okay, let's see, what's the driest? Probably none of them, right? Probably. So I'll wait just a tiny bit for them to dry off, and we'll go on to the next step. For this next step, I'm switching on your brush. It's the exact same brush, I believe. Yeah, it's the exact same brush, but this one, the hairs are in worse condition. And this is kind of important because we'll be doing overbrushing. For the ones who don't know what overbrushing is, it's similar to dry brushing, except you don't really pick off a lot of things. And it will not be with this gray. Will be with this light gray. Clean up the brush. It'll come off pretty easily. Yeah. A bit of light grey and just overbrush. This is my stone recipe and it looks very decent. Is it the most convincing stone ever? No, of course not. But I'm not trying to make the stone convincing. I'm trying to make it more readable as stone. But it's still not full. I think I might end the stream here and tomorrow come back and finish the paint job. That's probably the smartest choice, so that's what I'll do. So, thank you for everyone who stopped by. It was a very productive stream. I had a lot of fun crafting and painting. Hope if you crafted along, you had fun too. See you in the next stream. Bye.